Hey Tiger fans, Mark Fitzpatrick from Tiger Club of Kansas City. It is Tuesday, September 13th. We had a very special guest today, Mizzou's all-time winningest coach, Gary Pinkel. Coach, thanks for coming out today.
Happy to be here.
It was really a great having you here. You're going to be inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame here in a couple months, and what an honor and well-deserved. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's just been overwhelming to me. You know, it's something that you don't ever really think about. You know, you just think about doing your job and going on, and it's so difficult to get into. But you know, I take that, and that's about about having my players being a part of this, my coaches being a part of this, the staff, medical staff, all the different people that support my players. This is about everybody. This isn't about just Gary Pinkel. It's about everybody. My job is just to get them all united and working hard together, and they did that. So I'm certainly honored, and to my coaches and players, once again, I can't thank them enough for all they did.
Well, it's a well-deserved honor. 15 years at Mizzou, you went to 10 bowl games, 4 conference championships. What memory stands out to you of all those years?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Talk about the Oklahoma game 2010, that upset there. Talk about that great game against Kansas City here 2007. Got that game there. Henry Josie in 2013. We were going to the Cotton Bowl, playing Texas A&M. And the guy that got his knee messed up the year before all of a sudden is running a sweep all the way down, scores. And there's a bunch more. With so many great things that happened. And so I'm just so proud of all our players, and you know, they were so committed to University of Missouri.
This is the 15th anniversary of that game against KU at Arrowhead in '07, which the winner of that game is going to be ranked #1 in the nation. You've said several times that was one of the greatest atmospheres you ever experienced. Talk about that day.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I Washington, I've been in the Rose Bowls. I've been into, all over. And here I've been to major universities and stadiums all over. But at the end of the day, you can't have a bigger environment than that. You can't have one. It doesn't exist. That's as great a college football game, and the fan base and the TV and all that as good as anywhere ever. It's everybody been a part of that game. I just prayed God that I would win the game. I knew all these facts, but I just in the back of my mind said, help me, dear Lord, get my guys playing well.
It was one of the greatest sports experiences I've ever had, that's for sure. Last weekend, you were in Chicago. Your former assistant and former player, Matt Eberflus, made his debut at Chicago Bears very successfully. Talk about some of the great assistants and experiences you've had, and how well your former players and coaches are doing.
Well, if I name one, I got to name 100. But I have been very, very fortunate to be surrounded by good people my whole life. And I'm so proud of my players. I tell my players, I get texts from them, emails from them, phone calls from them all the time, and it's so meaningful. And as I said here before, I always tell them thanks for what you did for me and what you did for Mizzou, because they were so committed to be great. But there's a lot of great people. I got good coaches out there, and Alex Grinch is defensive coordinator, Southern Cal. He was on my staff, and Eber's doing great. But there's a lot of other guys doing great things, and again, that's what the great thing about this award is. This isn't about Gary Pinkel. He's part of it, but all these people working together as a unit and a team to achieve. That's what this is about, and I salute all of them. And when I get they're going to bring at the Georgia game, the College Football Hall of Fame is going to be there, and sometime during the game they're going to have me walk on the field and give me a plaque, because they want all the fans to feel a part of it, and they should feel a part of it without question, because our fans were awesome. They were such a great plus for us, and so it's going to be coming up here pretty soon. And I'm going to try to get all my players or coaches, I'm trying to get everybody to they walk out with me, with my family. They walk out with me. I'm trying to get as many as I can do that.
That'll be October 1st at Faroe Field.
Yes.
Last thing I want to ask you talked a lot about today, your foundation. Talk to us, tell us about that.
Yeah, it's GP Made Foundation. We've been going on over 4 years now. It's for children, helping children, kids with leukemia or lymphoma, kids that have physical challenges, and kids that come from horrific backgrounds growing up, that they just born there. Nobody put them in that situation. It's just the way it is. And having counseling, do different things that we're going to do, mentoring, scholarships, assistance with all. We have plans for all those, and we're on top of them all the time. And when I started doing that again, I was doing something significant. And that's what I did. I took care of my players, you know, and my players were mad at me a lot, so that's fine. But it's like a father. But at the end of the day, I'm so very, very blessed.
Well, you may be retired. Sounds like you're working pretty hard. So.
I'm doing good.
As one whose family's been touched by lymphoma, we appreciate what you're doing.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Coach, thank you.
God bless you, man.
Appreciate coming to Kansas City. Hey, folks, next week, Lawrence Bowers will be here, former Mizzou basketball player, now involved with Missouri's NIL efforts. So come and see us here at the Westport Flea Market. Have a great week.